Hey guys, so welcome back to our channel. So today, it's just me. Clayton's working and I really wanted to film this, so I was just like, I'm just gonna do this by myself because it's been so long and I've been pushing it off. We've been pushing it off. Our schedules have not been clicking. Like, we've not had time to do this together. So I filmed this video actually 3 weeks ago, and the second I got done filming, it all deleted. And then I was like so frustrated and upset, and I just didn't have the time that day to refilm. So today's video, I'm giving you guys 10 tips on how to plan a wedding on a budget. And I'm really excited about it. I hope these tips help you when you're, you know, in the wedding planning mode. This is gonna bother me the whole time I'm filming. All right, let's do this. My first tip is to do everything online. And what I mean by everything, I mean like your save the dates, invitations, and thank you cards. Trust me, you'll say thank you after, but just do everything online. I did our save the dates online because we were getting married in like a short amount of time. I just wanted our date to be out there and everyone, you know, save the date. It was really easy, really fast, saved a lot of money, and I was like, cool. And then invitations came around and I was like, oh, like I really want to do invitations by hand. Like I really wanted to receive the invitations in mail. I wanted to like check off the box if they're coming or cross them out. Like I was really into that. But that's like one thing I mean, I don't regret it because it's not like a big thing, but I really do wish I did the invitations online, because by the third invitation I got in the mail, I was like over it. And I also had to like write all their names, their you know, addresses, and I was just like, this is a lot of work. And so when thank you cards came around, I was like, oh, I've learned my lesson. Like I'm definitely doing them online. And it saved me so much time. I was so happy with how they came out. Like I was able to put a little picture from our wedding on our thank you cards, and I was able to really write a sweet message to everybody, like thanking them and stuff. So I feel like if I was doing them if I was doing them by hand, I'd be like, thank you, and not really, you know, relate the message to them and what they got and how they helped us and all that stuff. So that's tip number one. You can thank me later. Oh, and I have a really good website that is very cheap and is amazing. It's called paperlesspost.com, and I'll link it below. Tip number 2 is how to save money on your decor. And I would just say to go to Hobby Lobby, Facebook Market. Like people are selling wedding decorations like crazy because people only use them once and then they either keep them in their basement or they're trying to sell them. So don't be afraid to buy something that's a handy down, you know, and like repaint it or make it your own, spray paint it, all that stuff. I was able to like make our I'll like insert a picture, but I made like these like chandeliers kind of out of like a hula hoop and like Amazon flowers that I got for so cheap, and they looked so good. Put some lights around it. It was really cute. So just be creative, you know. I know it's a lot, and I was like, this is a lot. I have to be creative and also trying to plan your wedding, but it's worth it at the end because you're not spending so much money on your decor. Anyway, so yeah, just don't be afraid to go to a thrift store to find your wedding decorations. That's all I'm saying. All right, so tip number 3 is how to save money on your wedding photos. So this one's a little tricky because I know wedding photos is like the only thing that you have, you know, forever that you can look back on, and you want like the perfect fit photos, perfect edit, like everything. And I was all about that. Like I was like, wedding photos are like the one thing that I really want to spend money on. But as I was like looking, you know, on Instagram trying to find something, I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't even know how people are able to afford these things because wedding photography is so expensive. So I really did some research. I really found somebody that I really liked, but she was inexpensive. And the reason why is because she's still new. She's not like crazy, you know, famous on Instagram. And I don't think you have to have somebody that's crazy famous on Instagram, you know. She was perfect. Her edits were amazing. She took amazing photos. Another thing is try and find a photographer that has packages, because Clayton and I really wanted to do an engagement shoot because we're not like crazy photogenic, and 2, we really wanted to have like engagement photos to look back on too. And what I mean by like we weren't crazy photogenic or we're not crazy photogenic is we really wanted to have like a time where we were able to like meet a photographer and like get kind of comfortable with her and the camera. And so our photographer did like a package, and we were able to save a lot of money because we were able to do engagement shoot and our wedding. So find somebody that is still kind of starting out, and find somebody that has packages that you're able to save money on if you want to do engagement shoots. But anyway, tip number 4 is to set everything. I'm laughing. All right, tip number 4 is to set everything up yourself. And I was laughing while saying it because I now know why people don't do this, because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of stress and worry, and no one wants to stress and worry before their wedding, but it did save us a lot of money. So I don't regret it at all, actually, and this is why I'm giving you guys this tip. Another benefit of setting everything up yourself, you're able to see everything, you know, your mind, you kind of vision things, but like in person it might not be how you visioned it. I was able to change things the day before our wedding because I was setting it up myself. It was a lot of work, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all, but it saved us a lot of money. So if you're really on a budget and you're really trying to save money, set everything up yourself. I mean, this is now going into tip number 5, ask for help. So don't set everything up by yourself, you and your husband or your soon-to-be husband, like setting everything up yourself. Ask your friends and family for help. 4 and 5 kind of go hand in hand. Set everything up yourself, but also ask people to help you. Ask people to help you. Anyway, all right, so tip number 6 is how to save money on your food. And this one's definitely my favorite because it saved us so much money. Our tip is to go unique with your food. The traditional wedding food is usually where you spend most of your wedding budget, and it's so expensive. It's ridiculous. And no offense, but most people don't even really like the traditional wedding food. People are kind of like about it. So my advice, I keep saying mine, it's our. Clayton's not here, but it's our advice. So our advice is to go unique. We did Mission Barbecue, so it's kind of like a barbecue. And it was so cheap, so good. We had so many guests like raving about the food and the choices that we made. So I was so glad that we did that. What I saw on Pinterest was like a pizza like bar, which was so cool. The thing was food trucks, which I really wanted to do. It was kind of about the food trucks, but it would have been so hard with our venue and stuff like that. We just wanted to work out, so we figured Mission Barbecue would be the best bet. But food trucks definitely was a close second for it. Tip number 7 is how to save money on your drinks. And this one's another tough one because usually at weddings you have like an open bar, you have like this crazy list of drink options, and it just gets way too expensive. And we knew we were not going to be able to do like an open bar type thing and like all these different drinks. Plus, we were even deciding not to do alcohol at our wedding because we don't really drink anyway. And so we were like, maybe we can just save the money not to alcohol. But at the end, we were kind of like, okay, let's just do 1 signature drink and then 1 beer. And my other tip with setting up or doing everything yourself, I really mean it. Like Clayton and his groomsmen, they literally made this signature drink the day before or the night before our wedding. I was kind of stressing about that because I was like, I want you to relax the night before our wedding, but it turned out fine, and they had fun making it and everything, so I was like, whatever. And then we just went to a store and bought like lots of Coke, Sprite, water, like all this stuff, like cans and bottles. And we just had 2 of my brother's friends bartend, and they were so amazing. It was so easy. Loved it. All right, so tip number 8 is how to save money on your bridesmaid gifts. So this one, I was struggling for a long time trying to find like different things that I wanted for my bridesmaids that were cheap, because I had a lot of bridesmaids and it was getting very expensive really fast with like things I had in my cart for them, and I really wanted them to feel appreciated, and I wanted to thank them in little gifts, you know. So I was able to find really cute Etsy shops. I'll link the websites that I used down below that I loved and found everything for my girls, and I was so happy with all the things that came out really cute. I got like cute little necklaces and earrings for them for the wedding day, and it had like a little personal message that I made for them, and it was so cute and so inexpensive. So do you guys hear that? My neighbor's dog. Anyway, I love our neighbors, but they're dogs. Number 9 is how to save money on your wedding venue. So we figured out quickly that we were not gonna be able to do like a traditional wedding venue because those are so expensive. well, I was looking for wedding venues and like where we're gonna have it and all this stuff, and I was like, how are people having weddings at these venues? Because, oh my goodness, these are expensive. So I kind of just, after like the fifth wedding venue I called, I was like, okay, well, whatever, I'm not doing it like that. And plus, Clayton and I wanted to do outside anyway. Like, we wanted a more simple, like, chill look, you know? So we were able to find a piece of land, or church's land, rather, near Clayton's parents' house. And it had, like, a lake. It was so pretty, and it was pretty cheap. We had a tent, and our ceremony was outside. The lake was behind us. It was so pretty. Like, I was so happy with it. I'm so glad that we didn't go with the wedding traditional venue type look and feel. And money-wise, thank God. You might have to research a little bit more. You might have to do a little bit more digging, try to find a piece of land or try and find something that's cheaper, but it'll be worth it at the end. All right, so tip number 10, our last tip on how to plan a wedding on a budget is to use the wedding website, The Knot. This website was amazing. I didn't realize how amazing it was until after. It's basically like a wedding planner for us. We obviously couldn't afford a wedding planner, so The Knot is the best. It's honestly better than that because we didn't pay for it. It literally gave us little notifications or reminders on like, this week you should be planning this week you should have already done it. Like, it just was so amazing. And we also were able to put our budget in, like how much we want to spend on everything, and then once we spend that money, or once we bought something, or, you know, we finally paid off our wedding photographer or stuff like that, we were able to put it in, and it like kept track with how much we were spending on our wedding. If you are planning a wedding, I promise you, you will not regret using The Knot. It was amazing. Can't say enough good things about it. Alright, so that includes our video on how to plan a wedding on a budget. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys use some of our tips and save money on your wedding. Happy wedding planning. I'm so excited for you guys. It's such a fun time. I hope it's not stressful, and I pray for good weather. Our next video is going to be so much fun. I promise Clayton will be in it, and we're going to be talking all about the Maldives, traveling during COVID, taking some COVID tests, traveling to the Maldives, how we saved money to go to the Maldives, like all the fun stuff. Everything about our honeymoon will be in the next video. So keep a lookout on that for that. And thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and